Yes, today we announced application for an additional exploration licence at Dundas Minerals, and I have a copy of the announcement on the screen, and I'll walk you through the main points. You can see on figure 1 below the area shaded in green. That's our new area, about 95 square kilometres, and it sits just north of some existing granted and tenements under application. With this application, our total land area in Dundas will be around 1,200 square kilometres. Now, the reason behind making the application for this area, which was previously vacant, is the work we've been doing on analysing our newly acquired geophysical data sets. So that is the aerial electromagnetic survey, the ground gravity survey, and again the aerial magnetic surveys. So in the analysis that's been done by our geophysicist Steve Massey in conjunction with exploration manager Mike Northcote, what they've observed is a coincidental anomaly, which is shown on the figure below and marked with the black dots. And it's an anomaly that exists in the 3 data sets. It exists in the electromagnetic data, the gravity data, and the magnetics data. So this is suggesting some type of dense body that's conductive and also magnetic. And you can see that the body starts at the sort of top of our tenement E2078, and it extended north into this area that was previously unpegged. So we've now secured the area via this new tenement 2170. Now, in terms of what we're seeing on the field, we've spent very little time in this area. We've made one field trip, or Mike has made one field trip so far, and his observations were quite encouraging, albeit it was only a very brief visit. What he observed was some mafic rock and outcrop, which is quite unusual in our tenement areas. Most of the tenement areas is covered by a layer of sand and calcrete, sort of 2 metres up to 30 to 40 metres. But in this particular area, Mike observed some outcropping rock. He walked around, made some observations, took some photographs, and noted this thin xenolith, or thin outcrop of mafic rock. And this is quite encouraging, as we haven't really observed much outcrop in the area, but mafic rock can be conducive to hosting of nickel and associated mineralisation. It's extremely early days though, and Mike is planning further visits into the area to do more mapping and more ground truthing, and that'll be done probably towards the end of our Jumbuck and Kokoda drilling programs, which shall be taking place or starting in December, and they're over to the west of the area where this anomaly is. Now, in terms of previous work that's been conducted in this area of what we've named our Northeast Project area, look, it's very limited work. There's very limited historical exploration data that we've been able to download here from the public domain data in WA. So really, it's a fabulous opportunity to get into an area that's showing positive early indications and do some additional work. Now, in terms of the immediate additional work on top of Mike's ground truthing, we're making arrangements now, or trying to finalise arrangements now, to get a ground gravity crew into this area, and to fill in or do infill ground gravity, which will bring in the spacing of the lines much closer, and assist Steve, our geophysicist, and Mike to model up, for example, the depth and the strike of this anomaly in much greater detail than they can do at the moment, because the current survey is on 1 kilometre lines with 500 metre spacings. We're hoping to bring that in to 250 metre lines, and the spacings will only be around 100 metres. So that'll give the guys much more detailed information. With the gravity again, with the magnetics, the magnetics, we're hoping to fly magnetics in this area as well, and bring in the spacings to around 100 metres. So each 100 metres, there'll be a flight line with the plane. And again, we're trying to organise for both of those activities to take place at the earliest possible time. So that's the update from today. Again, a really positive development for Dundas. And look, if you're not already a shareholder, it would be wonderful if you came and joined us along for the journey and as we strive for exploration success at Dundas Minerals. Thank you very much.